Hey guys, TehJew22 here, and I decided to do something a little different today. I decided to show you guys something that you never knew about me, and that is this. If I can, yeah, there it is. Something they used to do a lot of in the older systems. They don't do it as much with the current day systems, at least when it comes to branding and stuff like that. This is Blackjack, and basically it's just a simple blackjack game. That's all it is. So, but for those of you that have heard of it but never have seen it, well, here I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you out. But before you can even play the game, you have to select your preferences. I'm gonna go with 2 decks. Oh, okay, so that works out. Table limit is the maximum, I guess. And then number of players, I'll just stick with 1. Number of controllers, 1, of course. And player 1's cash, I'm gonna pretend I have $100 in American money. So with that said, for those of you that don't know how to play blackjack, I'll help you, and if you do, I'll show you how to play it. So here we go. Okay, so right here, if like the hand is the cursor, so just watch the hand. Let me see. This will adjust my betting. Oh, okay. Oh, you can do it in like you can bet in increments of 2s, which is really nice. But I'm just gonna stick with $10 as the bet, you know, just to pretend that I'm actually at a real casino and all that stuff. And I picked 2 decks because I'll tell you more about it later on. But I went to one of the casinos in Reno, and they had a double deck game. So with that said, let's begin. So once you go to deal, then you start playing the game. Okay. Basically, the way this works is the dealer is right here. Like right here. This is the dealer's hand. This is my hand. And what you do is, well, first and foremost, the object of blackjack in one simple sentence is to be the closest to 21 without going over, but you have to beat the dealer. So you have to get closer to 21 than the dealer without going over 21. So when you play blackjack, so I mean, I told you the rules in a nutshell. But when you play blackjack, in this particular instance, I have 2 7s. In this case, I can either hit, which is get another card, stand, which means you're good where you are and you don't want to have any more cards, or in this special case, you can split or give up if it's beneficial to you. But the best play at this point is to split the hand. And oh yeah, and the number on the card is at face value. So the 7 card is worth 7 points. Face cards like the jacks, queens, and kings are worth 10 points, and the ace is worth 1 or 11, depending on whether it favors you to have a 1 or to have 11. But we'll get to that in a moment. But right now, I have 17 right now, and 17 is a really good hand. So anything like 17 or above is a good hand to have. So it's beneficial for you to stand. So I will stand on a total of 17. Okay, for this one, I have a total of 15. Now 15 is not a good hand, but the dealer has a 6. So basic strategy says, you know, and basic strategy is just a strategy that takes into consideration what cards you have, but more important, what the dealer has. The dealer has a 6, and 6 is the worst card that he can get. The dealer, I mean. So even though I have 15, the best play is to stand. And then, after that, the dealer will draw himself cards. If his cards total 16 or below, he will continue to draw cards. However, once he gets to 17, then he stops. And if the dealer busts, then anybody that has not busted already will win the hand right then and there. So the best play for me right now with a 15 against a 6 for the dealer is to stand. Okay, so the dealer actually got a 17. So one hand pushed, and then the second hand actually lost. So sometimes you'll get lucky, other times you won't. Sometimes the dealer gets lucky, and there's not really much you can do about it, but it goes without saying. Okay, let's continue. And the dealer has a blackjack, and a blackjack is simply a hand that has a 10 card, like 10, jack, queen, or king, along with an ace. That's a blackjack. And the dealer had it, and once he had it, it was over. Just simple. Alright, let's play again. Now, I have a total of 12, but the dealer has a king, which is a 10. The correct strategy is to actually hit, so let's hit. I actually have, well, I mentioned before the ace can either be 11 or a 1. Since 11 would put me over, it's treated as a 1. So I have 13 right now, and the best play at this point is to continue to hit, so let's do it. I now have a 19, and that's a really good hand. I'm going to stand. But the dealer actually managed to get a 20, so he beat me. So, if this is confusing to you, I'm sorry, but I'm just trying to explain it as best as I can for the novices, and then for those who have played it but don't know how to win, I'm showing you how to play it and win. Sometimes you get lucky, other times you don't, and I haven't been lucky yet, so 17 is a strong hand. I'm going to stand, especially since the dealer has a 4. But the dealer actually lucked out, so again, I'm losing, but again, I am playing it correctly. I'm just not getting lucky. That's all. Okay, I have a 13 or a 3, and the dealer has an 8, so the correct strategy, of course, would be to hit. I have a 16, but I should definitely hit. I have a hard 16, so unfortunately I do need to hit, so I'm gonna try to do it. Whoa! I actually got 20, yeah. I got a Charlie. Oh, okay, so I did not know you had, I did not know there was a Charlie rule in this game. Because most casinos don't have a Charlie rule. A Charlie is simply a hand that's composed of 5 cards, and you don't bust over, and you don't go over 21. So I did not know there was a Charlie rule. I did not know that. Okay, whatever. I mean, I have a 14, but the dealer has a 10, which is a queen. I mean, a queen, but it's treated as a 10. I should definitely hit. I have a 15, but I should hit again. And I busted. I went over 21, so I lost. Ooh, I got a blackjack. Yes. And blackjack is paid at 3-2, just like at a real casino. So my $10 bet won 15. So blackjacks are the best thing you can get. So my blackjack was a 10 and an ace, so that's a blackjack. That's the best hand you can get. Okay, so now when the dealer has an ace, then the dealer is going to offer you insurance. So one thing you can do is... Oh, okay, so I have to either stand or take insurance. Honestly, I'll be honest with you, do not take insurance. It's a very lousy bet. I mean, yeah, you can take it, but I'd recommend against it, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna, well, normally I would say hit, or I would say no, I don't want any insurance. But because of the game and the way it's played out, I have to say stand, so, yeah. And the dealer does not have a blackjack. Yeah, if the dealer did have a blackjack, he would show it, and then the hand is done. But he doesn't, so I continue. A 15 against an ace, I should definitely hit this. And I busted, but I played it right, it's just I didn't get lucky, though. Okay, so the dealer has a 9, and I have a 13. I should hit this. Ooh, I got a 20. I should stand. Oh, but the dealer got a 20 too, so, well, a 20 as well. I meant to say, not 22. Okay, dealer has an 8, and I have a 14. I should hit this. And I have an 18, so I will stand. Oh, but the dealer got a 21, especially with an ace. Man, I'm getting unlucky with this one, I'm telling you. Okay, I have a 17, and the dealer has the worst card you can get for him, and that's the 6. So I will definitely stand. And he busted. So since the dealer went over 21 and I didn't, I win. So that's what I was talking about earlier. Okay, I have a 17, and the dealer has a 10. You would think to hit this, but the correct strategy is to actually stand, because 17 is a really good number. Even though the dealer has a 10, so we'll find out what the dealer has right now. Yeah, he had a 20, just as I suspected, but I played this right. I mean, I am playing this right, so here it is. Okay, so I have a total of 20, and the dealer has a 9. Definitely want to stand. 20 is probably the second best hand that you can get, or the third best hand, I guess. You'll know what I mean later on, but a 20 is a really good hand. And he only had a 17, so I won. I beat the dealer because I had a 20 and he had a 17 ultimately, so it worked out. Now, I have a 15, and the dealer has a 2. Now, the correct strategy, of course, is to stand. And he busted with a 22. I mean, yeah, I know my name is... Oh. Oh, yeah, and eventually the deck will be shuffled because, well, it's a 2-deck game. I mean, I could have picked a 1-deck game or a 3-deck game, but... to be honest with you, nowadays you have like 6 decks, 4 decks, 8 decks, but I've never seen a 3-deck game. And single deck games, they're still there, but the table minimums are very high, and they pay 6 to 5 on a blackjack, which is the worst thing you can get. I recommend against going to a blackjack table that pays 6 to 5 on a blackjack. You want a table that pays 3 to 2 on a blackjack, because that's the best table you can get. After that, then you look at the rules and then you pick the best table of all of them in the casino that you are in, provided that you are 21 years old. At least in most states. Some states are more lenient and have it at 18 years old, but still. 21 is the norm here in America, but let's get back to the game. Okay, oh, this is a really good one. The dealer has a queen, but I have an 11. Now, here's another part of the game I haven't showed you. I showed you a split in the very first hand when I had 2 7s. But my cards, a 9 and a 2 add up to an 11. And the best play is to double down, so I will double. And I actually had a 21, which is the second best hand behind only the blackjack, and I actually got lucky. So I doubled my money right then and there. So If you have a 10 or an 11 or even a 9, then it depends on what the dealer has for his card. So I had an 11 and the dealer had a 10, so the best play was to double down. So that's another strategy to keep in mind. So I'm almost out of time, but I'm going to stop the video here. I hope you enjoyed this little blackjack demonstration that I have here. But this is one of my favorite games to play when I go to the casino. Until then, I hope you enjoyed this, so stay tuned. I'll see you later. Peace.